Hashtag the last straw, which was originally kicked off by the National Union of Students in the UK. OceanConservancy.org, Plastic Pollution Coalition.org, thelastplasticstraw.org, as well as the National Geographic. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning, guys.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Did you know that the plastic straw on a daily basis in the United States is used for a short amount of time, on an average about 20 minutes before it's thrown out? Now, if you were to gather each plastic straw and connect it, it would go around the entire earth 2.5 times every single day.
Wow.
And that is only the use of those plastic straws in the United States. Staggering. 500 million straws are used and discarded, and that's in the United States alone. If you gather up the data of this plastic, that's 175 billion plastic straws that are filtering into the landfills and poisoning our environment every single year. So let's just jump into a few facts, because there is some good stuff on the back end. I know this sounds devastating. So the one big factor, guys, on plastic overall is that plastic never goes away. Now, if everyone knows the use of the word never or always is a little extreme, in this particular sentence, plastic never goes away. It's pretty powerful. Plastic it was made to be durable. It's a durable material. Now, it will disintegrate and it'll break up into small bits and pieces, but it does not go away from Earth. Okay? Plastic spoils are under groundwater. So when this plastic doesn't dissolve completely, it is going to go ahead and fall through in the ground, and it will cause toxins in some form or fashion. Plastic actually attracts other pollutants, and so it's kind of like a plastic snowball that could grow in the ground and threaten our wildlife. Plastic piles up in the environment and it's here to stay. It poisons our food chain, and it affects, of course, the human health. The chemicals that are attached to the plastic, they stay in the blood and the tissue of any of the life cycle and in the environment, and exposure to plastics in one form or fashion, whether you consume it or you are exposed to it in some way, it can be linked to cancer, birth defects, and other ailments. Plastic costs billions of dollars, and everything suffers when we kind of link the cause of plastic and the invention of plastic. Tourism, recreation, business, the health of humans, animals, fish, and birds, because plastic pollution is a reality. So, April 22nd, 1970, Earth Day was announced. It was the very first Earth Day, and there were two purposes to establishing Earth Day. And that was, April 22nd is Earth Day for the United States. Prior to April 22nd in March, the first International Earth Day was announced. So the purpose of Earth Day here in the United States was to bring two topics to mind. One was awareness that there is a need to protect our environment and our ecosystems and our Earth. And the second is to inspire or encourage some form of action, no matter how small, so that we can make a difference. Those were the two common factors for establishing Earth Day. Today, I hope to articulate that same vision and share with you all a couple of steps that you can take to help contribute to a small change within this large problem. So let's talk through some of the specific problems related to the plastic straw. So when we think about plastic in general, There's a lot of things that we use on a daily basis. The call to action here is that you can begin with just this one simple step, which is to discard the use of a plastic straw. If I can encourage that today, and you can have it as a takeaway, please at least consider that. 8 million tons of plastic waste flow into our oceans specifically every year, and so straws are just one small part of that large problem. 500 million straws are used and discarded, as we mentioned, but again, the average use of that straw is 20 minutes. So let's talk about how you can help. What can you do at an individual level? Okay? First and foremost, when you walk into a restaurant, it is assumed that if you order a drink, they're going to bring it out with a plastic straw. Order your drink exactly how you like it and just add the words, please don't bring a plastic straw. All you have to do. You can also choose to carry your very own metal straw. If you don't have one, I have one for you. In the spirit of business and gift giving, I've got a metal straw. You can use a bamboo straw or any paper straw, anything that's reusable so that you are not contributing to that plastic straw use. You can also print out messages that are found on the website. These are little cards that can be cut out and left when you pay your bill, and it simply says, please be mindful of using a plastic straw. There's no harsh messaging in this other than awareness. If you do own a restaurant, if you know someone who owns a restaurant, or you frequent a restaurant, you can also have conversations directly on that venue level, and just ask them to consider adding in the menu, straws will be available upon request. That's it, right? Consider replacing plastic straws with paper straws. That's your conversation with the venue. Leave a green or environmental footprint by asking them to post signs. Those are available also on the website. And I want to pause and just mention that there are some reasons to have straws available that are disposable, but there are other options. For example, there are disabilities and that require them to use softer straws or a different option. So I am not speaking to that general population. But large companies such as Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, the Disney company, have all used and switched to paper or other alternatives. Thank you, and I have your straw waiting.